This is a cry for help for youth in Tigray. They're being drafted and forced to go to war. While they go to school, they're being drafted and forced to go to a war that they don't want to be part of. So I beg you to copy link and repost this video and make the voices of Tigray youth and people be heard. And as you can see in the video here, mothers are crying out as their sons and daughters are being drafted forcefully from their homes and from their schools. Let's watch the video. This is a cry for help. This is an SOS to international communities and people who care about the lives of other people. So I say stop war. This war is not necessary. Tigray people have suffered atrocities and they have gone through hell. And I say stop war. Make your voices heard and make this video go viral so that we can be a voice for the voiceless and for the broken and for mothers who are feeling powerless as their children are being taken and drafted forcefully to go under this unnecessary war. Stop war.
As you can see, many Tigrayan young people are being drawn into a war even though they don't want it to be. No young person should be forced into military service or complete to take part in war against their will. Every individual has the right to make their own choices and to live in peace. We all Tigrayans are asking for peace, not another war. Every person deserves the freedom to choose their own future, to continue their education, to work, to care for their family, and to live without fear. The people of Tigray, especially young people, deserve a future filled with hope, education, opportunity, and security, not fear, displacement, and suffering. Mothers should not have to cry for their children. Families should not have to live in uncertainty every day. The people of Tigray are not asking for war. They are asking for dignity, safety, justice, and the chance to rebuild their lives. The people of Tigray deserve the chance to live in peace with hope and safety. To the international community, humanitarian organizations, and the people around the world, please do not remain silent. We ask you to pay attention, support peaceful solutions, and do everything you can to help bring lasting peace to Tigray and protect the lives of civilians. Peace is all we ask for. Peace is all what we need. We want peace, nothing more, nothing less. Thank you.
Tigray. The reports trending on social media about kids, especially the underage kids, that are taken forcefully out of their will and the will of their parents and sent for military training. They are taken by armed groups allegedly and some local authorities allegedly. And this has literally been a very devastating period, right? Because sometime yesterday, we saw mothers who even came out in their numbers and stopped a bus that was allegedly carrying some kids to where they don't know. And it is very heartbreaking and saddening, right? I am calling upon, local authorities to please look into the situation. I'm calling for international organizations, human rights organizations, rights protecting kids, right protecting people in general, because, man, this is definitely not the way forward. Ethiopians are very good people. Very, very good people. I guess there should be a misunderstanding somewhere. I am just begging the authorities to look into this case because I've seen it really going viral on social media. Please, authorities, look into this case and help these kids, help the families. I am begging you guys, please. I am begging. Fighting will never solve anything. War has never solved anything. It only makes things worse. We keep losing our lives each and every day. Please, guys. Authorities, please do something about this. Ethiopians are really good people and they don't deserve this.
Hello, how are you? It's me, Fana, from travel company Travel with Fana. Today I'm here to be a voice to my people, young people and teenagers who are suffering and that we don't need a war. And as I'm a victim from Tigray, I live and escape my home for the conscription. So we really want just the peace because I never been on political issues before, and then I used to be the aid worker humanitarian in MSF, and now I'm working at the tourism industry. Just like my profession doesn't actually push me to do this or to just speak. But actually, we have some pressures that we don't have to put our hands, that we have to stay away from, related with the tourism industry, that we don't have just actually drive into this. This is a genocide for us. We can't resist anymore dying our young mates, our young brothers and sisters, and then tearing our mothers. This is insane. All they did to us is unfair, and the world forgot us. We want you to stand with us and then be our voice and keep our mothers here and keep our young brothers and sisters alive. Like, we want you to hear with us the international community and humanitarian organizations. This is insane. Just the world forgot us. Everyone forgot us. We are dying inside like the region, and then nobody is watching what's going on there. And there are small forces, but like, we can't do anything. We can't escape anywhere. We have no option. We are your people. So all I want to say to the world community and then all humanitarian agencies, we want you to stand with us, with the Tigray people, young people who are like escaping and displacing from their homes to escape the forced conscription by the TPLF forces. And we want you to stand with us, beg with us for peace, and with just to check our refugees all in the Tigray region and then in Sudan, our refugees, because the summer is coming. So we want to break your silence. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, it's Zema here. I hope you all are well. What we've been hearing the past couple of months and days especially has been horrifying. The videos that have been released to the public of mothers crying because their children being forcefully taken to an upcoming war that is terrible, that is sad, that is... I can't put a word to it. Why can't our brothers and sisters have a choice to live? Why can't they have their own right? Why can't they have a life like any of us here, our brothers and sisters here? It's not fair. So please, we all know what happens during a war and after a war. We all know and we remember what happened. Let's not let history repeat itself. Let's learn from our mistakes. Let's stand together. Let's stand tall. Let's stand as one. All of my Tigrayans, all of us Ethiopians, let's stand together. Say no to war. Say no to atrocities. Say no to killing. That's enough. We've seen enough. We've felt enough. Our mothers, our fathers are crying for their children, for them to come back into their home. Please, wherever you are, wherever you're from, stand with me, stand with us, stand with our people.
How do you illegally self-elect yourself as the proper leader to a group of people that are already super subjected to so much trauma and pain that they're barely even beginning to heal from, making the claims that you'll be the one that's going to be able to bring in the medical assistance, the food assistance that's needed, to bring back the displaced and give them proper homes, to bring in financial cash flow, regenerate the economic sector so that people can live and breathe again. But then turn around and say the way you're going to do that, though, is by instigating and creating another war that they just survived. They just survived and are barely even beginning to heal from. And you're saying that if they don't go into it, you're going to create illegal laws that force them to be drafted into it. And if they say no, they're going to be fined up to 50,000 birr, and you're going to fine them and kidnap them and still force them to go. How do you do that? How do you have that kind of different, that level of audacity, that level of insanity that says in action, you're not saying it, but you're showing in action that you believe the road to healing and reconstructing is by creating more pain, more trauma, more death to a group of people that you just promised you were going to alleviate their pain, their trauma, their deaths? How do you do that? And then how do you silence people that say they don't want war? How do you arrest grandparents who don't want the remainder of their children and grandchildren dead? How do you do that and still be okay? How do you do that and still claim to be Fatawi Tigrawi? How do you do that and say you're doing it for the community? You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for yourself.